Oh my god, my glasses are.
What's
What's
a
up?
line to
Man?
start the show off with?
What?
Sea
She said
shanties are so
she's
hot, so hot, so hot right now.
so hot right now.
Kind of what a world we live
Got to
in.
bring it back to what last summer? Were sea shanties hot last summer? I can't. I have no concept of time anymore.
No. Doctor Death was the freaking plague doctors were hot last summer.
Yeah.
Bring out your dead. Bring out
But
your
that's why
dead.
everyone went crazy for a little while, and sea shanties were popular, and
I
all
thought
of
that
that
was
weird
recent.
stuff.
Was it last summer where people were doing?
I don't know is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't
Oh,
know when. Like the forest fires was January, wasn't it? Like, didn't we start the year off with fires in Australia, or was that last year, January? Like, I don't know
it's a
anymore when
time
things
bubble,
actually
dude. Like
happen.
we don't know anymore. Like it's
We
just a
don't know.
time loop. Like we don't.
Here's everyone's like sea shanties are just weird.
There-
D- I mean, I know you like music, so there must be some sort of connection to the good old sea shanty. Let's kick off. Speaking of sea shanties, let's kick off the credits. Welcome to the Mid Geek Crisis.
Mid Geek Crisis. Let's kick it off right. Welcome to the Mid Geek Crisis, episode
Hello.
124. Another episode in this thing.
Timeline.
Timeline. Welcome everyone. Another week, another slog through
Life in general.
Life in general. How's
Life in
everyone
general.
doing? Hopefully everyone in chat's doing all right tonight.
Yeah. I'm cautious. Right, Pedro online. The other way around. Pedro cautious online, and
Joe,
over there, that's Mega Man from PAX East 2018, right?
Yes, my 2018 shirt. I was like, I need to put something memorable, something.
Is that? I think I've got. What do I have on today? Oh yeah. All right, there we go.
Oh, you got your Rocket
The
City
Rocket City Trash
That's
Pandas.
such a great,
The greatest minor league team in the history of minor league teams.
I can't believe that's a real team. That's such a cool freaking team.
That's what happens when you let the internet pick a name for your team, though, right? It's
Well,
just.
I mean, it could be Bodie Boatface.
It could be baseball make baseball face. That's right.
Baseball.
So Adam, I actually looked up how to create a cautious identity online. So like I've got the paperwork filled out. I probably just need to make it official somewhere. Bodie, exactly. Pour a little out for Bodie. There you go.
New phone. What'd you get? What you rocking?
He's got an Atari VCS. Is what he's rocking. His new phone.
That's what they're repurposing those for, right? Galaxy S25G. Look at that bad boy. All right.
5Gs. 5Gs. Well, you go.
Cautious LLC, huh?
It's Cautious Clay LLC, actually, Adam. So
Fair enough.
gotta have both together.
It's got to be Cautious Corp, right?
Cautious Clay Corp, the three
Cautious
C's,
Clay
right?
Corp, 3 C's.
A better life. Do. That's what we go for.
It's funny how we wanted bigger phones, and then like now, like the new hotness has been like trying to go back and who can make the smallest full-featured phone. I thought that was pretty.
I just honestly, there's a part of me that wants to go back to just having a phone. Like just,
God, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Honestly,
Come
I do.
on.
There's a time where
Hold
I'm
on,
like,
old man yells at clouds moment, folks.
no,
Let's
it's
go.
not an old man yells at clouds moment, but I don't know. There's a part of me that feels like maybe the phone has got too much of my eyeball time, where I just want to reduce my eyeball time on that phone and get rid of it. Look, I mean, do you have a phone in your hand right now?
The screen time function on my phone is like an achievement. I want to see how high. I'm trying to get to 24 hours.
For the whole week, right? 120 hours.
trying to average 12 hours screen time a day. You know what? I should check mine.
Cautious is going to get an 05 Razor. No, like a Nextel. I want a weapon. I want a blunt weapon.
you want a Motorola Primeco phone? Oh, get the
No,
no
I know.
phone. Yeah.
So I like the. So I mean, I like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy aspect of it. Like, I like being able to look up things,
Yeah.
but I
I
think
like the. That's
maybe.
been your wallpaper forever.
Hey, why would
By
I
the way.
change it?
No. Don't get me wrong. The don't panic. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Why
perfect.
would I
Yeah.
change it? I don't need the kids on there. I don't need pictures of my wife or the house or any of that shit. It's just don't panic is what I need.
Just get a pager, talk to people on your own terms. You know what's sad
No
is
matter how many times Joe texts me 911, I'll be like, it can't be that big of an
it can't be
emergency.
that big of a deal. Run out of fire. I would be the one that sends you like what is it 5537808 just so that you have to turn it backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, is that boobless? Did he just send boobless?
Boobless? All right, now I'll call him. Now I'll call him.
Spamming symbols. That's a new one. Dan, rock on! You just unlocked another Chivo on this
What?
one. Look at that.
Oh, is that? What is going
He
on?
put out numbers. Boob 80085.
Everyone knows the limit. 4 caps is the limit in
4
our
caps.
chat.
If you do 5, it yells at you. That's totally great. Oh man, let's play screen time. Let's see.
You know it's Tuesday when that Streamlabs robot comes out and enforces the law, right? Is that,
Here we go. Here we go.
what is that?
My average time.
A day, 8 hours and 18 minutes, and he still can't find time to confirm whether or not he's going to show up at our D&D game on Friday. If you want to
Well,
know,
I mean, you know,
he's got to keep the suspense going all week long.
Classy. Gotta
I'm gonna one day a week. I'm gonna fill your seat, and you're gonna be like, "Well, I was gonna confirm Friday." At
Oh, whatever,
6:59."
man. I'm the guy that's missed the least, other than a few other members. Like I'm always there.
I think Amar has perfect attendance. If I have to,
Amar got nothing to do.
go be nice.
He ain't got nothing to do.
Adam might have perfect attendance too. We're talking about our D&D game we play on Fridays.
Yeah. By the way, folks, are y'all interested in watching that? I wanted to kind of get like a consensus of the people that are in here, and I'll ask again before the end of the night. If I decided to stream our D&D game, would you be interested in hopping on? Cautious is our DM. I play a sexy elven ranger, and
He plays a stereotypical Elven Ranger who does her own thing in the corner and refuses to join the team antics. While the other was, and basically he's like a babysitter for 4 idiots. It's just like Lord of the Rings. It's just you're Legolas to 4 hobbits.
You finally caught on. I sit back and watch the antics. That's what I do. It's fun. I'm literally crowd control. Like I'm just like, hold on, bad guy. Okay, now what are y'all doing? What, you're setting off a trap? What's going on here? Someone should create a credit screen for most of the screen.
Can Roll20 handle streaming? I think a lot of people stream off of Roll20, Adam. It'd be interesting to do Roll20 and then stream it through StreamYard. It can be done, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
sure.
We just got to ask everyone's permission, like Adam, for example.
We
got to get all the approval forms and things like that all set up at some point. What is this light?
I don't know. Yeah, no. So yeah, my screen time's pretty high, but then again, I use it a lot for like even work. Like I'll take phone calls from work on it as well, so that counts as putting my numbers all high up. But I digress. Let's kick the week off right. Let's one of the big news things that hit yesterday.
Okay, just 1 second. So Adam shared this freaking. He asked me if I was going to get the light phone, and the advertisement opened up with this, and I'm already like, no, I'm not. Look at this nonsense. They don't know me if they think I want to stare at birds and nature, right? Like, this isn't the life I want to live.
So what is this thing? I
don't know. It looks like
the phone uses unique. Oh wow, it's an e-paper screen. So the battery life has got to be like 80,
80 years.
80 years.
Look how swollen it is. You can't even text on it. What is this? No, that's it. No, I'm not.
I'm kind of sold on that. I kind of like that.
I want a phone that plays music and I can look up Wikipedia. That's what I want. Right? That's what I want. I just need to uninstall some apps that eat up too much of my time is what I'm going to do.
So what takes up too much time of your
Facebook, for example. Facebook is definitely one of the ones.
Like we love it or hate it. It's
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, but I just
hate it so much that you still use it. Like I love it. It's a love-hate relationship. That's not lie.
That's exactly right. That's right. There's a few others. Imgur can go. I think Amazon might have to go. I think that'll save me some money in the long run if I get rid of Amazon.
My wife uninstalls FB at least once a month. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Get a Zune. I'm laughing because was it you who had this? I have a friend who had a friend. You have a Zune. That's right.
Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. You have to understand. Look, I worked at Apple, but I also worked 3 years at Dell. So I was definitely in the Windows Microsoft like program, and like I had connections there, and I would get.
It doesn't matter where you worked. You'd still buy the technology every time it came out. That's
true.
I mean, your level of technology.
True, yeah.
It's if I delete my credit card apps, does that mean I don't have to make payments anymore? No, Rolls. No, you still have to make payments. Sadly, they will always find you to make payments.
I tried that once. It didn't turn out very well.
Yep. All right. So sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Just
No. So and again, we got a drop for Venom 2 trailer. Did you see this?
That's right. The Carnage. Let the Carnage begin. Bring on the Carnage.
Yeah, man.
Carnage comes again.
I'm excited for this thing. Like
I haven't seen the first one.
You haven't seen the first Venom?
No.
So it's either you love it or hate it. I think Tom Hardy plays a really good Eddie Brock. The character that is Venom, because he is his own character, is pretty good. He kind of grows on you even more by the end of the movie, and they're really playing that relationship up in the second one, like this the whole symbiotic relationship where they're like they're almost like roommates. And so like the trailer kind of starts off with that. So I wanted to kick off that trailer, kind of show it off a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna put it on. Bye.
I say either, you guys say either, I say neither, and I say neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Ta-da!
What's
Excuse me?
Yummy. Yeah, it's a good so far.
Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Function Hall, Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
Also, can we talk about the casting here? Woody Harrelson.
Because you and I are the same. Every decision we ever make. Who do we leave behind? And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes. Welcome back, Eddie Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much. Soon come chaos. Chaos soon come.
Is the loneliest number that you ever do.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What?
Nothing?
Yeah, that looks great.
Looks fun.
Look at that. That's great. That looks great. I'm a
Getting the echo, Joe, by the way, when you're switching.
Yeah.
Don't I can't talk when you.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix that. I don't understand. You can add audio. Nothing is coming in through my speakers anyway, shape or form. Like it's completely silent in my office, and all the audio is coming in through my headphones, and the mic is out here. So the echo I would have thought would have been like a feedback loop. But
Yeah,
it's not.
I have no idea.
Only when I share.
When you open up other windows, right? When you share screens, yeah.
When I share the audio, if I mute the audio, it goes away. So it's interesting.
So Dan wants to know. I didn't see the first one either. Will it ever cross with Spider-Man?
So yes and no. Like, so Sony owns the movie rights to Spider-Man, right? And they own the movie rights to all of the when Marvel sold the movie rights to Spider-Man eons ago, and Sony kept them. That included their entire Rogues gallery. So Venom, the Sinister Six, all of the villains that are part of the Spider-Man
but not Kingpin, right?
No, Kingpin, no, because Kingpin technically isn't a Spider-Man villain. He's considered a New York villain. So you'll have like Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man all like.
Right, they're all in the same place. They all went up against Kingpin.
But like Electro, all of his main villains for sure. So with that in mind, Disney, asked. Sony that, hey, let's come to an agreement here, and that's why Spider-Man was able to come over to the MCU. But because he's part of the Disney U right now. Sony really isn't making their. I mean, the Spider-Man movies are technically Sony Pictures with Disney published, kind of like a cross thing with Disney.
Don't they have the Marvel primer in the beginning? Yeah.
Well, I mean, and again, so the characters are still owned by Marvel, but the movies aren't made by Disney. So Venom isn't a Disney. So stupid. It's weird. It's weird, but it's because it's money, right? So they want to still use these characters. So Spider-Man isn't going to cross over right now, but they totally can because he's part of the Sony Marvel universe. So you're not going to see Venom, team up or fight in the Avengers anytime soon. But maybe one day we will. I don't know.
In association with Marvel versus Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
So we'll never have they'll have to remake the story, but we'll never have a Secret Wars, which is where Spider-Man got Venom, right? Like that's the weird.
So so his origin has been changed a few times over the years.
No, of course they all have. It's fine. I just I don't know the Spider-Man movies. I still haven't seen any of them, right? So I'm way out of the loop when it comes to the Spider-Man. And then Venom isn't a character that I really ever enjoyed.
Wait. James, what do you mean? You won't ever see who? Venom and Spider-Man? I mean, that's really up to Sony if they want to put him in or not. They won't, though, because they want to keep Spider-Man as a family movie, and Venom has gotten PG-13 to rated R, depending on the violence. But
this one has to be rated R, right?
Yeah.
The real question is, will Carnage be as good boyfriend material as Venom is?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. But they haven't, and it's really up to Sony's discretion. Sony can do whatever the heck they want with the character. Sadly, I mean, Tom Holland is a Sony employee when it comes to Spider-Man, and when the crossover, when the litigation and all that happened a year or two ago with Spider-Man, not being part of the MCU anymore, it was the agreement had to come back where he was allowed to come back. So Tom Holland,
he's allowed to come back. Yeah, they should just make Man Spider, and then we're all like, all right, I'm down. Let's do it.
There's a rumor that he's going to be in the round. Yeah, so we don't. I mean, there's been rumors about this whole multiverse thing only because Sony really saw the appeal of the Spider-Verse kind of thing and saw where the money goes.
It was good. It was fun.
I don't know how I'd feel about a live action version of that, kind of like a multiverse version of that, where they brought in the Garfield and Sam Raimi's version. What's his name? Tobey Maguire and all of them as.
Oh, I see. Bring back all the Spider-Mans. Yeah. Can I just ask, what is Woody Harrelson's regimen? That he appears to not have aged a day in his life. How does he? Keanu Reeves. It's called Easy Living. Is it Money and Easy Living?
Where's Woody Harrelson money? He puts a role in his face.
So I'd like to see other people in new roles, but Woody Harrelson seems like a great casting choice. So
as Cash, I think your brother texted me. He goes, he's your brother. I'm gonna since apparently
huge Venom fan. Huge Venom fan.
He goes, the voiceover is bad, and I don't know how I feel about Woody playing Cassidy. I do love Woody though.
Yeah, but it's on the scale of liking things. There's Joe. There's me kind of in the middle, and then there's my brother. He doesn't like anything ever.
He doesn't like it. I'm okay with that. Love you, V.
Love you, brother, but you are a hard man to please when it comes to
I disagree, bro. It's the best animated film. Yeah, no. And again, I love the animated movie, and I think I love the animated Spider-Man movie. It's a fantastic, but I think them crossing multiverses works better in the animated universe. Is kind of what I'm getting at. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see, like, if we're gonna get an animated version, like bring the voice of
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire and all that.
I see what you're saying.
Draw them.
You want the multiverse to stay a cartoon,
Yeah, because they can do so much.
or I'm
more
sorry,
with it.
animated, because that makes him sound more adult.
Yeah, more.
All right, that's fair. I don't know. Is Woody H on the Scientology sauce? Yes.
Nah. No,
Rumor started right here. Yes, he's a Scientologist.
Yo, man, don't do that. Don't cancel him for me. Don't cancel him for me. There's a few actors that I'm just like, no.
Why do you hate aliens? Why do you hate
I want
aliens?
Look,
Oh, Rob
in a
Hubbard.
perfect
Onto
world, I want all Marvel movies to talk to each other. That's just the I want it. The
I mean, they announced that they were putting out 15 movies in the next, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I was exhausted just thinking about trying to watch.
Your brother's gonna chat me directly to rebuttal on this stuff.
Just tell him
the
the show. Does he know the show's on, or is he watching it and just chatting with us?
He's watching it.
That cracks me up.
He goes, hey, and again, I'm reading from the peanut gallery over here, folks. Hey, Peter, you.
Yeah, that's
way
me.
more harsh critic with movies. I'm disappointed in Venom being boyfriend material so fast. I could have played the villain at least two. Well, I mean, remember, Venom hasn't been a villain
In a long time.
In a long time, since the mid '90s. Like
I kind of gave up on Venom when he stopped being a villain. Like, I stopped being interested in him.
I
when he stopped
liked
being a
him
villain.
more. I like him more now than I did as a villain. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic villain. Like, as a villain for
He
Spider-Man.
was a great villain for Spider-Man.
But his arc was always kind of like,
Bring Topher back. Yeah, let's bring Topher Grace back. Is that was that was a weird casting choice. I'm not gonna. Lie. When does the DC versus Marvel movie happen? I
Never.
don't know.
We can't even get them to cross over in the comic books anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, he was definitely a villain in Spider-Man 3. He murdered that.
As you said it out loud, you got the joke, right?
I thought Dancing murdered that movie, but
Oh, come on. You guys are full of hate. These characters should be loved and adored. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Barely remember them.
Oh, man. Yeah, so look, I'm excited for it. Honestly, I think at this point, since it's the only non-Disney Marvel movie, and at one point I would have been like, oh, the Fox ones, I don't want to watch them. But because it looks like Sony is kind of at least taking care with the character, they're having fun with it in a different way, and we're getting some gore and rated R. I mean, Venom is a character that doesn't technically work in the PG.
Yeah, is Sony going to be like, okay, we're going to make After Dark. We're going to do Deadpool R-rated. We're going to make Marvel After Dark, where we could do whatever we want, and that's where our money is. Get the adults to come in and watch.
That'd be cool if they called it the Knights line, kind of like they did back in the day.
No, garbage. No, why? Oh no, why would you do? Why would you do that? That's like deep cuts.
Yeah, deep cuts. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, or DC was Vertigo. Everything was like the darker and the more, like. Yeah.
So that's the question, right? Yes, I will. I have so much hope for a Fantastic Four movie that's good.
No,
I want one that's
Fantastic Four
good.
is Marvel now. It's not Sony. And then it's already been announced by the MCU. It was actually the last screenshot in that new trailer that they released. So
I couldn't even. I just exhausted 15 movies. I just can't do it.
You know what? But did we ever really get a definitive good Fantastic Four movie? What's annoying about Fantastic Four is the fact that they were considered Marvel's first family, right? Like they were.
They were so good.
So to now be like the last movie in the roster to come out is weird. So I'm trying to like.
Okay, because the fans will give it the same reaction they'll give to like a Ghost Rider reboot, where they're like, "Oh, there's no like it's the Fantastic Four movies have been so bad, the franchise is permanently stained as like going to be bad, right? It just can't get there." Matches the Disney.
You're right.
Family Four matches the Disney. Yep. Family dysfunction, weird subtext.
We've already got it, right?
Incredibles.
They've already made The Incredibles.
The best Fantastic Four movie.
The best Fantastic Four movie you can get, right?
Yep.
So like. Take that same formula and give me a live action, like he's sold. I'm like ticket day one. Although
your ticket is day one, no matter what the formula is, though, because you will go see.
Because you know what? There's a few Disney Marvel movies I did not go see day one. I didn't.
Was it Thor 3? No, Thor 2. Thor 2. Dark World. You didn't
No,
go
I
see
saw
Thor?
that one at the movie theater too because the wife wanted to go see that one. But I didn't see the second Ant-Man until like way into video.
Yeah, Ant-Man wasn't really.
Ant-Man Wasp, that one was one.
They felt like filler movies. Are we talking about the MCU? How did we get here? Let's go somewhere else.
always
I don't
get
wanna-
back to the
I don't
MCU.
want to talk about the
The
MCU.
MCU
again.
always happens. You can't not talk about Marvel without talking
I
about
still
the
haven't
MCU.
seen the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff. I haven't even watched that.
That's good
whatever it
stuff.
is.
That was good stuff. You gotta watch
that's
that.
what I
That
hear.
was good. That was good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prepare me. You're right. It was
fine.
It was fine. I mean, I get it. Like, it just wasn't. It took me a while to watch.
It also had like 7 villains. I feel like it had the Goliath. It had a lot of people in it. I think that just
I didn't
appeared
see
and disappeared.
I didn't see the first Captain America in the theater. I don't know why either. Yeah.
It's the only one where he punches Nazis.
I know. I didn't see that one at the movie theater.
That's
I don't know
weird.
why I didn't see
That
one
is
at the movie
weird.
theater.
That
That
is
was a
weird.
weird one. So there's been a few movies that I haven't jumped on, but honestly, let's be real here. We know they can make a Fantastic Four movie. Can they do a Doctor Doom?
Yes, they just need to embrace the fact that Doctor Doom needs to outshine everyone. Also, fans need to embrace the fact that Doctor Doom's greatness is his campiness, his over-the-top ridiculousness, his inventions, his hatred of the Fantastic Four, his tooting the horn of doom. Like, he's ridiculous.
Shall toot the horn of doom.
Yes, he's you got to play him like that. He's got to. Gary Oldman should play Doctor Doom and this like over the top. That would be the look. See, that's what I'm saying.
What a call!
Someone
I would watch
come
that.
in and chew the series.
Dude, Oldman would
Just
be a
destroy
great
the
choice.
scenery. Yes, I know. But there's not many things that Oldman wouldn't be a good choice for. If like that's.
Yeah.
No, he's Doctor Doom. He
is Doctor Doom.
Dr. Doom.
He does have a
Honorary,
PhD in
honorary Doctor Doom.
Oh, whoa! Don't graduated from the University of Latvia. Come on, Latvia.
No, he was like a competitor to Richard, right? He was.
Yeah, I know, of course. Yes, he was.
Competitor Richard, so of course he was.
I love his whole hate is because his face got dismembered. The idiot put the hot mask on his face.
But also, he wanted the lady, right? He wanted the Susan,
Yeah,
Susan, right? He wanted, come on, it's love. It's always love.
I would take Christopher Waltz.
Good choice as
I don't know,
well.
he's a little too mousy for me, don't you think? Like, I don't know if I could see him as like imposing doom.
Yeah, we would have said the same thing about Chris Evans for.
True.
For
I mean,
Captain
anyone
America.
could direct someone.
We don't need any more Chris's in the Marvel universe, though. So sorry, Christoph Waltz, you're scratched out.
Can we get Fassbender?
Michael Fassbender? He's dead to me because of Assassin's Creed. He might be good.
He's got
too.
a good Victor
does.
Von Doom
He
face.
does. He does
He's just
got
got
a
a good Victor Von Doom face, and I think he could pull it off. But Oldman is good.
But he is Magneto. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the problem.
right? So I mean, you're right. I mean, but I mean, I've seen Oldman. I mean, I guess I don't know.
You've seen
No.
him play everything because he's so good.
He's Magneto. I know he's Magneto, but the problem is he's Fox Magneto. He's not MCU Magneto. I don't know who we're gonna get. But, you know,
We should get Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is Doctor Doom.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Can
Nicolas
play.
Cage as Dr. Doom.
No. Let's be honest here. We just need to bring back Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider again in the MCU.
just have him in the background in one scene.
Monster. God, that scene.
Unwatchable. Unwatchable.
What is it?
Hands down the
what is
worst of
eating-
all of the
eating
Marvel
the
movies
jelly
ever
beans?
Never getting a land war in Electro.
Never gonna Oh, God.
Nice.
Wally
Bring it
Shawn
on.
as Dr. Doom. Yeah, maybe. Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
I got
Speaking of, someone sent me. My buddy sent me a link to a trailer. Again,
Uh-oh.
you know, because Nicolas Cage hasn't been in any like actual theater movie in a long time. You know, he's been doing his own. Like,
He's just
movies.
paying bills. He's just paying bills.
Did you know that he made a movie called Mom and Dad?
No. I mean, I did. I've been passing as a Nicolas Cage fan.
So he sent me this trailer, and this movie came out in 2018, right? And I don't want to put the trailer up. Go look it up, folks. Mom and Dad. The trailer is basically a zombie movie, minus the fact that there are zombies. The idea is instead the infected are parents. So the moment you get infected or whatever, the first thing you want to do is kill your offspring.
Oh, okay. All right.
So basically, like they're like the trailer starts off with like mom and dad and the kids getting ready for school or whatever. The kids are at school, and all of a sudden you see like the pandemic happens, right? Like is that so and so's mom? And like they're running from the cops, got covered in blood or whatever, and you know they start hearing the news, you know, that parents are killing their kids or whatever, and of course when they get back, it's Nicolas Cage in the most Nicolas Cage.
He's Nicolas Cage is set to 11. There's
This
no
is
other
like
setting
Nicolas
for
Cage
him.
at like 15.
No,
Yes, it's. I mean, he's and guess who the mom is played by?
oh, I can't even. I don't know.
Selma Blair.
All right, good
Out
choice.
of all people, but I mean, like I didn't know that she was well, because I remember she's got like, I think she's got like a disease or something that she's not acting, so it must have been before that diagnosis or whatever. It's weird to see Selma Blair and Nicolas Cage tearing up the scenery to try to kill their kids. It is weird. A bit of an age gap, yeah. I mean,
age gap, yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean,
But
you know
Nicolas
how
Cage
it
can
works.
play anywhere between 22 and 55.
Right,
So
fair enough.
that's
Depending
what
on how much hair they fill in.
So the illness, yeah, all right. So the illness is tough, and she has flares, but she's still working. Good. All
Okay,
right.
fair enough. I know.
So
that she
Nick
was-
Cage Jiu-Jitsu on Apple TV is amazingly bad, but still better than Cobra Kai. Wrong.
Whoa.
I haven't watched much Cobra Kai, but Jiu-Jitsu is so bad. I'm upset that you watched it all the way through enough to compare it to something else. I watched it all the way through just for everybody else to tell you, don't watch it. It's bad. And I recommend bad movies as a joke to people. I would
Jiu-Jitsu?
feel bad recommending this movie to people to watch.
What's
It
it
is-
about? Tell me about it. Sell me on it. Or don't
Jiu-Jitsu?
sell me.
I can't sell you on it. It's
So don't sell me on it. But
It's
you know, tell me.
terrible. Oh, it's so what if you took a martial arts film and did very little
Nicolas
martial
Cage
arts
in it?
and you did a Predator film except also Mortal Kombat, right? So what happens is an alien from another planet that's like Predator comes to the planet to fight to save the planet, so Mortal Kombat style. And so these fighters are trained to fight this alien every time he arrives, and they're all death matches except the alien has an invisibility cloak that's like Predator.
Wait, is there actually a tournament in this movie?
There's fights. It's not a tournament, but there's like arranged fights. Like
Well, so there's an arranged fight. So it's already
even though
better
they
than
can
Mortal
outnumber
Kombat.
the alien, they don't. They fight him one at a time, which makes no sense to me. But whatever. It's got the dude. It's got Iwatsu, the martial artist that I love from The Raid and from The Night Always Comes, which is fantastic, by the way, if you like
Yeah.
Grindhouse. But so he's in it. So the martial arts is pretty good stunts, but they're filmed so terribly because they're just, I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible. Don't watch it.
1v1
It's awful.
fighting.
Nicolas Cage doesn't show up until 45 minutes into the film, and by then you're so exhausted by the badness, you can't even enjoy Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
What, did they only get him for one day of filming?
I assume like Nicolas Cage was walking through the set and they saw him through a script. He read it and said, all right, let's do this. One take. Let's
do
go.
one take.
One take. Let's go. Exactly. Exactly.
I got this.
It's bad. Don't watch it. It's not even a meditation on bad movies. It is just bad. Just bad.
Oh man, you know,
Nicolas Cage cannot save
Jean-Claude
it.
Van Johnson. That show was so weird. It only got
It
one.
was entirely aware of Jean-Claude Van
It
Damme's
was on-
weakness.
you should recommend The $1 Million Hotel starring Mel Gibson. What is that?
I don't know. It's starring Mel Gibson, so I would not recommend it.
I don't. What's the? Did you? There's a movie.
A terrible movie. That's it. End of story. It
Well,
is
I mean,
a terrible
what
movie.
was it? I mean, we've already got a terrible movie. So Mel Gibson is now kind of like the Nick Cage, and the fact that he doesn't make, like, they're not gonna cast him in like big Hollywood movies. So he's kind of doing like the indie B-roll movies. Like
Nicolas
Nick
Cage? Yeah,
No.
because he's lost his mind. He probably
Well, I mean,
can't. No one wants to work with him.
No, I'm not gonna pull up The Room, dude. But did y'all see the trailer for the movie he did last year, 2020? Fat Man.
No, doesn't he do? He did a horror movie with puppets, like where he's like stuck in a
so
Chuck E.
Mel
Cheese.
Mel Gibson.
Oh, Mel Gibson. Yes, I do remember Fat Man, the Santa
He's
Claus.
Santa. He's
Yeah.
Santa Claus as a hitman.
He's Murder Santa.
He's
Right.
Murder Santa. He's basically John Wick Santa.
Yeah. Yeah. Comes out of retirement just to save Christmas. I wanted to see that so bad. No, you don't, dude. No.
Okay, Christmas sleigh. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, the sleigh jokes constantly happen in the movie. Obviously.
Does it
right?
really? Oh, that's
Yeah, of
ugly.
course he does.
That's brutal.
Oh God, Nicholas can play jokes out again. They have good. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
That's excellent casting though.
That's
Nicolas
excellent
Cage as Joe
casting.
Exotic in the
There's
upcoming.
no,
Yeah.
there's no. As long as we get a whole like 5-minute like.
Didn't we already have a Tiger King miniseries? I don't
mean,
like.
that was the actual documentary.
That was the actual documentary. Now we're getting.
God.
And thus
Anyway,
the
speaking of bad acting,
human centipede of Netflix.
did anyone
is
in here
complete.
watch SNL this weekend?
No. But did you sell your Dogecoin in the middle of the, or did you watch the value drop your Dogecoin?
As a man that watches money and stock and knows everything that's going on in the world.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Look, you're definitely higher up than I am, and so I'm just gonna throw you up there. Just
Fair.
take
On the
take
scale,
it.
on the scale.
On the scale here. So you've been watching this Dogecoin crap because like it just makes me laugh and cringe all at the same time. Like I know people are making money, but at the same time it's so volatile that I would not.
It's a fucking slot machine where everyone jumps in and you leave before you get caught with the bag. Like it's just
hot potato, right?
Yeah, it's hot potato. Everyone bought it at 1 cent, suckered a bunch of people to buy it until it got up to 44 cents. They dropped out and everyone else holding the bag. That's all that happens. I don't even understand why people keep putting money into it, except there's an opportunity to cheat a bunch of other people. I guess is what's happening.
At
least Bitcoin has value.
So what's interesting to me is I see these. So Dogecoin has crossed over into like normal world. It's weird to see my internet meme world kind of cross over into like normal people world. And I had normal people posting on, it's like, oh man, this Dogecoin thing, like people that are like not aware in anything, and like they're posting on how to like buy and whatnot because they must have seen some like news article on how to buy, whatever. Then on Saturday we went to an urban market. All right, before Mother's Day, we went to like a farmer's market, urban market, whatever. We walked around and I was buying some wares from this one dude, and I don't even know how the conversation started, but he goes, oh yeah, my buddy invested seven grand into Dogecoin, and he's up right now, and I'm like,
good for him.
I'm sure he lost it all by Saturday night.
or he's down back to 7 grand, right? Maybe he bought it in too high. You should take your 3D printers and actually print physical Dogecoins and see how many suckers you can sell that to. You'd probably make money that way. Yeah, just go to the yard sale and be like, you want a Dogecoin? Here you go, 25 cents. Go charge that in later. If you really want to go for it.
Genius.
It's so wrong.
No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna take a big piece of plywood, put it on my laser cutter, and just cut it.
Yeah, exactly. Just sell something that says Dogecoin, and maybe you can make a little bit of money over there. I'd rather dump my entire 401k into penny stocks than buy one Dogecoin.
You say that, but there are actual people that like invested like $1 grand and walked out of there with like 7 grand. It's like there is a way.
Yeah,
to do
there
it.
are people who walk into casinos and walk out with more than what they came in with.
I know. I'm just saying,
so it's just a fucking slot machine. So yeah, I've seen people win at slot machines. It's amazing.
Oh God. Adam, you keep typing it. Y'all type it with the money sign up front, like it's like a curse. Like that's the way it's supposed to be. Like is that the actual
that's
like
the
lingo?
nomenclator? It's like hashtad or ads.
God,
yeah, come on, dude.
God, Jesus.
How old are you, Grandpa? You called me Grandpa earlier.
Oh, jeez. So yes, our Lord and Savior Elon Musk was on SNL, and just I think every other skit, all he could talk about was Dogecoin, right? Like, is that's kind of the consensus of what I was talking about.
Is that what I don't know. I know there was a Wario skit. There was a skit on Mars, I guess, and that's it. But SNL's not for me. I'm too old to enjoy SNL. I think, or I thought it would grow older with me.
Love it.
I don't know what that says about your.
Yeah, I know. What does that say about you, though? Like, because are you older than them? And they're like,
yeah, I am. You don't know this?
Okay, Methuselah over here.
Like, my heart is 40,000 years old. The Methuselah.
Gen X Hospital, is that they had something like? I mean, like I didn't watch it. I don't want to.
Gen X Hospital sounds like it should be a funny skit.
Right now, as opposed to this show, I give no mental processes to Elon Musk. He's one of the most despicable humans, I think. He puts on this giant face like he's like all about humanity, when like this dude is just big a sham as everyone else. Like,
Do you know when
riding the backs of like other scientists and everything.
Every
else.
science fiction we watch where they've colonized Mars is because like corporations do it and then they revolt and they become their own thing. That's Elon Musk, everybody.
Yeah,
right? Like
shit.
the guy who's denying air to people in Total Recall, Elon Musk. Right? Like that's Elon Musk. let's all be clear where Elon Musk lives in the
like
profiting from
every
humanity.
Every giant like sci-fi movie where there's like a virus or something going. What's the big Umbrella Corp or what's the big company that gives? Oh, here's the free internet access, or here's the what was it? What was the movie?
He's Omnicore. He's the dude from RoboCop. He's a bad dude.
What is it? The Kingman. That what is it?
The Kingsman Part 2? Is that
no? The Part 1 with Samuel Jackson as the hip like the Steve Jobs, Elon Musk guy. That's
Elon Musk.
The phones for free or whatever, only to kill everyone.
Yep, that's Elon Musk.
That's Elon Musk, man.
Yes. But we fooled ourselves into loving corporations and the people that stand for them, right?
So.
Zuck and Steve Jobs, all these guys.
The asshole made a flamethrower for the lulz, and he was just like, "Oh, they're harmless. It's a flamethrower in the shape of a gun, like, dude."
Well, I mean, that's cool.
That's how he gets you.
I'm sorry.
See, look at that. That's cool. Like,
cool.
I mean, I get it. Like, yes, it's cool, but like, I'd rather be the one that builds it in my garage versus like, I'm a giant corporation. here's my $1,000,
Here's my giant, and I got
let me give it to YouTube influencers. So
and the diamond hands hold on to those Dogecoins because I'm sure Elon Musk has invested tons into it, right? But he's also one who's figured out how to manipulate the casino that is the stock market, right? He does this thing with Tesla all the time where he announces something, it shoots up, he cashes out a little bit, it drops. He manipulates.
His army and his followers, all he has to do is say a random company name. He'll just tweet out like a word, and everyone's like, "What?" And they'll just buy it.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
Yeah. Figured it out. It's loud and rich. Yes.
It's loud and rich.
So I think someone said Elon is the first person in the world to figure out how to make Wario unfunny. That's a bummer, right? That's a real bummer.
Yeah.
That's a real bummer. So
yikes.
So I didn't watch SNL. Sorry, everybody. I keep up on pop culture as best as I can, but SNL wasn't on the list.
I didn't want to watch it either. And again, I know we're a topical show, but we're also old men yelling at clouds. Like that's kind of what we do here. And I'm just
I think I was playing video games. Like I don't play little video games.
Such a weird thing. Like I don't know. So I guess SNL brought him on because of the Dogecoin thing. Like he must have been announced, and I mean, you don't bring most people get brought on because they're doing a movie or whatever, and so it's kind of like cross promotion.
But is it because like no one has anything to promote, or no one wanted to go on SNL in New York City because of COVID? Like why? What's going on there? I don't get it. I doubt SNL is pop culture. It is for like New York Times editors, right? They just can't stop writing about it. That's what it's all about.
SNL is hit
Eddie
or miss.
Murphy came
like,
back.
I don't tend to watch it.
Some of them
they
are funny.
definitely do have like 2 or 3 skits a week. If out of like the 15 skits they do, 1 or 2 of them ends up making internet viral for the next Monday. Like, and everyone wakes up on Sunday morning and it's like, oh, did you see the so and so SNL kid? Oh, and everyone shares it, right? Like that's how it works. Like it's Andy Samberg really hit it off with that, right? When they were doing the digital shorts. SNL digital shorts when basically they filmed it pre and then they play it back on SNL and that's what they called it as
right and they had those
so
things
it wasn't live. And so I mean they were just skit comedy. It was skit comedy pre-recorded and then put on there in the format of a YouTube video.
Yeah, which is smart. That's the way to do it. Take advantage of that. Rolls is like I miss the glory days of Chris Farley, Chris Rock, Davis Bad. So like I think every generation has their SNL generation that they love, right? I remember that one.
There was a lot of people that were all about like Dan Aykroyd and
my dad was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And waxing crotchety about SNL. Yeah, you're totally right, Ferg. I mean, everyone has this thing about SNL talking about how it was always better before.
It was always better before.
It was always better before.
And
I
appreciate
newsflash, everyone. Your life was always better before as well, right? Like that's what nostalgia and rose-colored tint. That's what all that does to you, right? You just think before was better because you don't remember how bad it was.
Nostalgia is the greatest.
Weaponizing nostalgia is what we like to
do. The wife and me got into a conversation about this. How people that complain about nostalgia not being the way it was, Like for example, like the '80s revival stuff, like the synth wave, the colors, all of that, and occasionally you get like that's not what the '80s were like. That's not what malls were like in the '80s, and like, yeah,
they
we
were.
know that, but we like that. We like that nostalgia, and we want it. Like that's what we envision in our head. It's supposed to be like an ethereal version of it. Like everyone always thinks back.
It's
like
like
the good old days
Gidget
of the
and
80s.
Grease. It's all those stupid things. It was the same sort of approach.
It's exactly it, man. Everyone always like says, "Oh man, we'll go back to like the old times." Like, no, man. Like the early '80s, there was like gas shortages and bombs and shit like that. There was those bad things going on. Like the
New York City in
tank.
the '80s, Bronx is burning, right? Like
Bronx
there
is
was.
burning. Like no one wants to really go back there, but yet at the same time, like it's just music was better then. Yeah, well, you know, it was also a bunch of white folk making rock music, and you know,
Music
like
was
it was,
better then?
it's like there's always like the better, but you're looking at it through these glasses.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
always the same.
Except for retro games, everybody. Retro games are the best.
Oh no, sir. There's a lot of stinkers for sure. A lot of stinkers.
And Adam's just letting you know that we still have gas shortages and bombs, by the way.
course we do.
Except now they hack pipelines like the 1980s hack air style in there, and they do that. 2020. I see a trend here. It's the Matrix, fellas. We never actually left. It's just the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah. So I was trying to as we move on here with music and curmudgeon and yelling at clouds kind of thing, we a few weeks back we showed the really weird Pokemon Post Malone concert. Remember when we showed
Oh, that's
that?
right. I remember that.
It's
Yep.
the weirdest thing that was like they singing this music, weird disconnect, CGI version, but then they announced at the end that there was going to be more coming.
Oh, so we got a new Pokemon concert?
So we don't have anything yet, but what has been announced is that Katy Perry is doing a single about Pokemon.
She's like a human Pokemon, so I'm totally down with that.
Yeah. So this releasing on Friday.
I cannot wait.
Called Electric, official
Wait,
collaboration single with Pokemon.
Has Katy Perry dropped an album recently? I just
I
yeah,
mean-
exactly. Inject that Katy Perry Pikachu single straight into my veins.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that is pop on top of pop. I'm gonna get a cavity. I cannot wait to listen to this.
I love me some Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny it. She's a
Yeah,
national
national treasure and so broken.
I agree. I agree. But yes, I mean, here's the official image for it, by the way. Electric. By the way, folks, hey, if you want to get geeky, that is a female Pikachu, just because of the tail right there.
All right. Yes. No. That's good. I like that.
So
This looks like a romantic.
it
Looks like a romantic comedy.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I love this promotional art. I'm all about this. Look at it. They even put the little Pikachu tails for the Ys. I'm all about this. Sell me. I'm sold. Let's
That's
do
awesome.
this.
There's going to be an awesome video. I can't wait.
Oh,
So there
yeah.
we go. All right. She dropped an album last year. Didn't do great, but it had some bops. Yep. All right. I got to check it out. Okay.
Watch it there. You're talking about the future Xmas rolls.
Rolls has got a lot of X's out there.
I mean, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of X's, and again, we're
Uh-oh.
talking about weirdness and nostalgia and everything else. So the wife sent me this message this morning. Again, this is topical and weird and nostalgic. Apparently, J-Lo is back with Ben Affleck, which is like, I don't care about celebrity couples and all that, but I also feel like I woke up back in like 1999. They're like dating again, which is weird.
You know what makes this the worst timeline? We have to go through all of that again.
Yeah, Bennifer.
That's how we know.
That's all we talk about in this show. Is that we're just like nostalgia. No, really, like, is that okay? Like, or should does someone need to check on Ben? Like, is he relapsing? Because I know he came back from like
That man will never recover from having been destroyed as Batman, I think. I mean, imagine having the role of a lifetime and then no one liking you doing it.
He's such a great Batman.
That's why he fell back into Jennifer's arms.
Is Jen Fleck this time? You know, like, I didn't even know that. Again, I don't follow celebrities, but you when certain celebrities that are from like my time, and you know kind of who they're paired with for a while. I mean,
Right.
J-Lo, I knew that she was married to a Yankee. She was married to what is it, Aaron Hernandez?
A-Rod.
A-Rod. She's married to Aaron Rodriguez, and she's married to A-Rod. And so like I didn't even know they had broken up. but apparently they broke up, and then like she was on a plane to go see Ben in Montana. They spent like a weekend in Montana. I'm like, what? It's like, so the wife said this because like, what year is this? And they had a paparazzi picture of them together in a car, and I'm like, what is going on?
Welcome to the Mid Geek Crisis. We used to talk about video games. Now we
talk
the
about
hot gossip.
I know, right? It's just weird to me. I was like, and all I could think about was that horrible, horrible movie they made together.
Geely. That's it. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yes, yeah. I didn't watch it. Sorry. Was that a date night movie for you?
No one did. No one did. But nothing will ever be as fantastic as Turkey Time.
That was a movie as well. That's
no,
a movie?
that's
gobble gobble is what Dan says.
I'm gonna pull up the the clip. It's 20 seconds. Ready for
Can
these
we take it? All right.
Ready for these 20 seconds of horribleness?
Where are you going?
It's turkey time.
Huh?
Gobble, gobble.
What?
It was a different time. We were not okay.
The fact that she delivered that line in second, like, Ben, I need you to like be oblivious. The whole, huh?
Still better than jiu-jitsu. Just gonna Adam, excellent callback. Well done,
Bravo,
sir. Well done.
Oh man. Oh god. By the way, folks, that guy was Batman. Like that guy, like what a glow up for sure. What a glow up.
He's so small. He's so small back then. I forgot how small Ben Affleck used to be before he bulked up.
Yeah, he bulked up. He bulked up for Batman. I remember when they were making Batman for Superman and they were like, oh, he's going to play Batman. They showed the pictures of him like bulking up, working out. I was just like, holy shit, Ben is getting ripped. He put on like 30 pounds of muscle. I mean, just, yeah. Yeah. It still made $6 million. What did? Jiu-Jitsu or Geely?
Geely.
It made $6 million on a $54 million budget. Holy shit!
That's not a Dogecoin, right? That's not how you make your money. I would pay big to see that exact scene acted out by someone like Ben Close. Oh, keep that in your dream journal. All right, keep that out here for all of us to enjoy.
Oh man.
All power to them. You know, in this COVID times, we have to all recognize that sometimes you realize that you miss your chance or you need to go back to something, right? So God gets in the chin. Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
That's like a 5th Academy Award for Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, that movie.
If he could deliver that line.
So yeah, I woke up and that's the first. When I saw that picture, the first thing I was like, that was a horrible movie, and all I could think about was that scene. Perfect scene.
So you're like, Jennifer's back with Ben Affleck? Gobble gobble? Was that your thought process?
That's exactly what happened in my head. That's like, dude, that scene lives rent free in my head. Like, come on.
Fair.
And now it lives rent free in everyone else's head.
Yeah, you really ruined our 10 fans who will never come back.
Gobble gobble.
Now they're gonna say gobble gobble, all caps in our chat. I'm inviting this pain. That's great. Thanks everybody. Wow, that's
how dare you, sir? How dare you? How dare you? Probably
not coincidentally. A-Rod is Royd's made A-Rod. That's
Royd's made A-Rod.
So here we are.
All right, let's talk about some gaming real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about gaming.
So this got announced today, which I'm super excited about. We're getting a re-release of these two fantastic 16-bit games. Again, it looks like Disney finally let LucasArts Films kind of come out of retirement here and make a re-release. So this is great. I'm not gonna play audio. I don't think we'll get an echo if I don't play audio.
Well, yeah, but, there you go.
But these are two great games, Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. We're getting a re-release.
And
on
these
them.
games were hard, as I recall.
These were good games, though.
Like they just never ended 70 levels. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
give it a try.
these are good classic games. Game saves, achievements.
Gallery interviews, I
We're
guess.
getting interviews and galleries and all that wonderful stuff on the.
It looks great too. If this is like that, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that stupid baby.
Yeah. So it's done by .emu, same guys who did same development group that did.
God, that hair and the 3D glasses,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
just screams 3X extreme, right? I think all of our folks have been banned from the chat, by the way, because they all gobbled their way out. For the record,
Like everyone's right in stand. Stop.
they all gobbled their way out.
Streamlabs is like, no, stop, no, gobble, stop. Oh man. Let's move on to the next piece of gaming news real quick. This might enrage you a little bit. I think I know that you are a fan of the
I am a fan. Yep. So put it on up. A fan
so
of the
we're
Division.
getting this, so this is Ubisoft is being weird right now, and they're essentially like, we're done making $60 entries that don't sell. So we're just gonna do kind of free to play games and make more money that way, and so you probably loot and skins and all the other stuff.
Yeah. So this is going to be an arena. This is going to be a battle royale type thing. This is going to be a multiplayer PvP. Maybe finally they'll stop making Division games with PvP, and they can just send everyone here that wants to play PvP. But I always feel like when you don't say anything about something they're putting out there, it's going to be a PvP game. They could prove me wrong. Maybe be a XCOM style turn-based tactical game, which I would love, but
Fair, yes.
but I don't know that they're gonna do that, right? So yeah, it doesn't get me excited. It looks like a Lifetime movie. What's weird? I love the Division because I got to shoot it up in a city, New York City, that looked like New York City, right? It had the Ubisoft's typical attention to detail where things in New York City look like the New York City. Same thing with DC, playing those like post-apocalyptic games inside those environments was amazing, right? Same as Assassin's Creed when you're in Notre Dame, right? It's just ridiculously amazing. Heartland doesn't get me going. Like maybe St. Louis, like where would it be? It doesn't get me as excited. But it's flyover states. I'm a bad person that way.
I'm interested to think about what that means. So it's a new city, so obviously we're not just going to throw the same map at us, which is exciting. I guess it's in the Midwest or a big city like that, so that way it can be more open.
It's so that they can procedurally generate the battlefields, right? Farmhouse, farm, some corn, boom, shoot each other up.
Yeah,
farmhouse, farm, Main Street, boom, shoot each other up.
Yeah, but I think games like this have become more famous, or they've gotten better when it's a constant map, like PUBG, Fortnite. They're all procedurally generated, but they only change on big events. Like Fortnite, for example, is famous for that. Like they've got the giant map.
But their map is like chunks, right? So the chunks.
Well, it's like an island. It's a giant island where it's like different environments.
But they're randomized environments, right? So like they're not always
all the same.
Oh, like
but
faulty canyons are always in the same place.
Right. But then eventually an event will happen and wipe that part of the map, or an anomaly will happen and change that part of it to something else, that sort of thing. So. I mean, I think
it's in Heartland, so they can more effectively advertise to prepper fantasy dorks.
This is true.
Pergamine, you're spot on. I mean, Division is definitely a game that appeals to that sort of post-apocalyptic.
Oh yeah,
you're totally right.
mean, absolutely. Another piece of news, and again, I want to just a little bit of Fortnite, and I like this bit of news because I want to touch base on it. I don't have the name off the top of my head. I follow him. He's actually a really good artist. There's a specific artist that actually started off as like a fan artist on like Instagram and DeviantArt and a bunch of other places. And DC liked his version of Beast Boy so much that they gave him a comic book. So he's drawing the new Beast Boy Raven
Oh wow!
And his art style is kind of the new. So this version of Beast Boy right here is his creation. And so he tweeted out, he was like, I can't even believe that like my version of Beast Boy.
I live in a world where I drew fan art, got hired, and now my fan art is in Fortnite.
Yeah. So this is the Beast Boy skin.
Good for them.
And there is a Raven skin. So this is the artist right here for Teen Titans for this particular.
Beast is a gorilla. It can take forms of the Beast Boy.
Well, I mean, he can. The Beast Boy can be anything. Right?
Change into all the animals, specifically animals.
Yeah, specifically animals.
Right.
But yeah,
and Agent Peely as a reference to the court case. Yep, Agent Peely.
God. Oh god, I want to bring that up, but if anyone hasn't been following the epic Apple entirety that is
Like at this point, I think they're just competing to make it as absurd as possible, right? Like, I don't think Epic's going to win that case, and so they're just making it as ridiculous as possible, right?
Yeah, like it's interesting to me that I love that Fortnite. So I'm trying to find this story here, but from my understanding, is Fortnite.
We're watching you do it in real time, for the record.
Yeah.
This is how old men find stories.
I don't have a
I
producer,
remember
so
seeing it on this website, so I'm just going to
it was on
scroll
Kotaku,
all the way down.
They ended up posting it.
He actually has 2 comics out. Rita, thank you for bringing that up, Sapphire Piccolo. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, he's got a couple comic books. But yes, they had to show Fortnite in the courtroom to prove that it's an existing thing. Like they had to go, yes, here's Fortnite, and I just can't believe that in this day and age that this is something that happened. Here we go. I found it. Because I want to pull this up here.
Adam shows everyone how to do a search, right? This is how
I found it.
Google fool.
Even Apple knows Fortnite's Peely is a monster. So this story
Good headline.
caught me off guard. Here, Apple lawyer had some questions about Fortnite's cursed banana Peely. Again, Apple's lawyer was going over Fortnite's mode select, establishing that Fortnite is in fact a game that exists. Though they went through various game modes before getting to the squad select. These are verbatim. We have a large yellow banana here in a tuxedo.
Yep.
That is Peely. And that's Peely, did you say? The lawyer continued, clearly swallowing the Lovecraftian dread consuming him at the sight of the beast. And in fact, in the tuxedo, he's known as Agent Peely, correct?
Peely. Agent Peely, right?
You have to understand that this conversation hadn't happened in a court of law.
Yeah, law is really dumb that way. Yeah, these legal transcripts are unbelievable. All the game studies folks on Twitter were losing their minds about the definitions of games that were being offered. Like, it is. I'm happy this case happened, even though it's 2 big corporations that I'm like, okay, I don't care who wins. All that matters is that we're going to lose in the end. But just tea is being spilled everywhere, right? These companies are just revealing facts about each other that they probably wouldn't normally. They're throwing dirt at each other, and they're doing things like, this is Agent Peely. That's stupid, right? But they're not actually saying it. They're just revealing it as low respect, no nonsense. On top of that, I love that it's probably 40 or 50-year-old lawyers doing this, right? These folks don't play video games.
So,
yeah,
Fortnite.
Exactly. I've heard my idiot nephew talking about this stupid game, right? That's their sort of approach to it. Whether or not arcade games were gambling, that a dude played pinball physically in the courtroom, because it's a game of skill. It has to show that you can, that
it's not something that you can just constantly rig to win. It takes skill to do it. No, sure, I get it. I mean,
read about that, Adam. It's actually pretty awesome.
It's a famous court case. I remember that specifically. In the randomness of learning of video game history, that is definitely one of them for sure. Mm-hmm. Just a weird time. If you're interested in ever if you have radio on or something like that where you're working, every day the Game Awards account on Twitch has been broadcasting the audio. So you can which is
what
Twitch.
A world that a game channel
Twitch.
is broadcasting a court case, C-SPAN style, right? You can listen to it.
So you can hop on and listen to the Apple Epic courtroom chatter, and you hear some interesting, because it's all for the first time. This might be one of the cases where you can kind of understand. You can follow along everything. It's basic business. You know what's going on. You know what's at stake here, and they're just talking about tech and gaming in general, and just the understanding and having CEOs.
And they have to break it all down to dumb levels, because the lawyers don't know anything about it. The judge doesn't know anything about it, right? They're not as immersed in it as we are. Right. So they have to break it all down to these levels to make sure that the jurist or whoever's ruling over this understand it enough. So it's pretty neat. You can totally geek out over it. Yeah, and Pergamene, you're totally right. When you read things like that, you begin to feel it's impossible that anything exists, because people are like, we need to put a stop to this madness all the time. Right? How do we put a stop to this new thing that I don't understand? Get rid of it.
I don't understand.
like me with I'm just I don't need this smartphone. Get it out of here. It's too much, right? I'm the only smart one here.
How do we prove that you exist, Adam? That is a good question. That is a good question. How do you prove that you exist? Well,
You don't. This is.
You know, the nice part is I'm going to have these 124 episodes sitting online for a very long time, unless YouTube pulls my account at some point in time. But these episodes will exist. So, some form or another, when I leave, if these are still up there, my kids, my grandkids will see this. And be like, that's Grandpa.
This is it.
Talking
This
about
is the
gobble,
episode.
gobble, baby.
Yeah, all the time.
That's it. This is the episode. This is my legacy, folks. Just want to put that out there.
That's a real bummer, dude.
Gobble, baby.
No, this is awesome. I love it. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Oh man, what are you playing right now? What are you going? I saw that you beat the Rain game, right? What is it?
I beat the Rain game, which was a lot of fun. I recommend it. It's a great little puzzle game. The maps are like 3 or 4 minutes, and I will tell you right now, Joe, that you've got kids, but even our sense of humor, there's an immense amount of joy in being a rain cloud.
Yeah.
And ruining a wedding. Right? There's like the way everyone reacts to it, the things you could do at this wedding. You ruin birthday parties. You rain on parades. This is what you do as a rain cloud, and it's a lot of fun.
I remember I played the classroom level where you're in the classroom, you gotta like corral the kids.
Yeah, you gotta chase the kids.
You gotta chase the kids around and move them into. You gotta get all.
It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun without being evil, right? It's a lot of fun in that way.
It's malicious and it's like a hee 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 because it's just water. Well, I mean, also as a rain cloud,
similar like humor to Untitled Goose Game for sure.
It's on Game Pass. It's a fun little game.
It's neat. They do an Office. There's an Office chapter. I don't know if you saw one of my screenshots. Is literally a picture of the Office, and you can see Michael Scott in the Office and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and like you just got to play that level. It's like fun to play.
There's also a Metal Gear Solid level.
That's also a fun level. There's a lot of good references.
You have to sneak around and like not get seen or not.
Hey, thanks for jumping on, Rio. Yeah,
not trigger certain things. And I know that you have thunder and lightning, and then you also
thunder, lightning, snow, thunder, lightning, snow, and rain. Yeah,
and then also you can absorb other liquids. So if the fumes of like oil, you can like soak up oil, and then like you do like acid rain or
don't
oil.
solve the people's puzzles for them, Joe. What are you doing?
That's one of the mechanics. There's a whole level.
It's a lot of fun.
That's how you can spread fire. So if you gotta get point A to point B on fire, you get like draining oil over.
It's so good. It's a lot of fun.
So good. It's a fun little game.
And there's a ton of secrets. I haven't found probably, like I said, I didn't scratch the surface of them.
Yeah, and that's the problem with those type of games. Like anytime I play any of those like Angry Birds or anything like that, where it's like procedural levels where you can go into the next one, they've always got little goals. And there's always like the gold star one where you have to do it. So I refuse to leave the level.
Yeah, spoilers, exactly. Say No More is another one. Yeah, so there's totally, it's good. It's good out there. It's good fun. So you can light the wedding party on fire? Maybe. Joe is spoiling the secrets. I'm with you, Rio. I'm with you.
Mechanics, like there's actual parts of the game where you have to do certain things like that.
Yeah. Let me just give you all the puzzles.
The level basically says, "Here's oil. Learn how to light things."
There's 50 other levels, of which I think 40 of them Joe has not spoiled. So go out there and there'd be spoilers here in the Mid Geek Crisis after a certain time. Are you going to throw up one more thing? I just beat that, and then I started playing Minecraft just to relax. Work has been really clawing at me, so I went back to Minecraft for a little bit to relax. That's how lame I am.
Yeah. No, I know that I haven't played anything this week. I've been busy doing some stuff. I know that I don't know if anyone in our audience picked up Resident Evil 8 Village.
I have not. No.
I know that launched this past Friday. And
be on the lookout for Just Die Already. Is that a different game or a movie? Just Die Already? I feel like that's a movie. Dragon Ball Quest Builders 2 is shot. Speaking of Minecraft, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
All right.
My kiddo loves that. He has it on Switch. He's had it on Switch for a long time, but he was so excited. I haven't seen him excited for a game in a long time. Like
Thanks, Rio.
And Xbox really hyped it up a little bit. Like they allowed you to download it and then like pre-order it on Game Pass. So like he came home from school the Thursday it launched or whatever, and he's like, "Can I play it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then he got on. He's like, "It's not loading." And sure enough, it was at 7 p.m. is when it got unlocked. So he was like, "No," and I'm like,
"Perfect time for dads, bad time for kids."
I know.
Right?
And he was like, "No," and I was like, "No, let's just stay up till 8:30. You can play it for an hour." And he's like, "Okay." And so he at 7 o'clock he was in this room playing. So I thought that was interesting. That's a fun game if anyone's familiar with Game Pass. Familiar with the
I need to check it out if it
it's
scratches
like
that
Minecraft
Minecraft.
and it's Minecraft and a JRPG all mixed together. So it's basically
Oh, all right. I can get behind that. So
little
yeah, Minecraft when the
tactics, a
future
little
life
Minecraft.
starts to consume. It's just the music is great. It's just sort of like I just chill out, right? It's good. Check out the trailer where you get it's dark humor fun. All right, I need to check that out then.
Yeah.
Just die already. Good deal.
Just die already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is me writing it down.
That's pretty much it. I think news-wise, I mean, there's a little bit of news here and there. I'm sure people are playing their Resident Evil 8 right now. I did wanted to. I'm going to ask two more things. One, Resident Evil 8 is one of those games that came out, and the runtime on this game is not big.
Oh, it's a short. It's a short game.
It's a short game. I'm interested in what people think about that. I'm not hearing the complaints that I normally hear when a game isn't. They're 80 hours. What? It's only 80 hours? I expect 150 hours out of my game.
So people are beating this game already. This is the one with the 9-foot tall woman. So that's probably people don't care. They just want to do that, right? Yeah. Going hard on Hollow Knight. Good choice of game. Hollow Knight. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hollow Knight. I started Ori. I hadn't actually ever played it. Like I've played a little bit of it, but I never sat down and actually committed time to it. So
that game is very satisfying once you get rolling.
It's just.
But if you stop, it's like Celeste. If you stop, you sort of lose that automatic muscle movement, and then you got to figure it all out again.
Which is what I did the last time I played it, right? Like
that's what I did every time I played it. So
yeah, so it's
being an old man is tough. You don't get that straight, and it's a long game, so you don't get that straight pull through. Yeah, Ori. Yeah, definitely need to keep that momentum. Ori is only 20 hours max. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like,
maybe 20 hours if you're amazing. I think I played 20 hours and didn't get through the first 3 levels, right? Like I just
well, I mean, we're old man yelling clouds, right? Like might be 100. Is it really 150 hours? I'm seeing people beat it
already
very quickly. Like I guess maybe time to credits versus time to 100% completion. Like I'm not seeing 150 hours. I'm seeing like 10-hour run times or whatever through it. Like
that's for like 100%ing it. That makes sense. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, so
this is a full price game though, right? This isn't Game Pass at all. So yeah, at 100%.
So 100%,
yeah.
So I guess
that's pretty good. 150 hours. That's pretty good. Then.
So I'm wondering what are the conditions? What do you get for getting 100% on this? Like I'm sure someone's already put in it. The game's been out for 80 hours, but someone's already put in 150 because that's how it works, right? So,
it's showing 8 to 10 hours on howlongtobeat.com for the main story. All right. 8 to 10 hours.
Good job. Good share. Howlongtobeat.com, folks, if you're in.
Well, that's going to help in our competition this year if I need to.
I'm just not a horror fan. Like I don't like
that's
I don't
fair.
like horror games. They're not my jam. Like I like watching people play them, but I'm not one to sit down and play them. Like they just
That's fair.
They don't make me feel. I can't vibe. Like video games, like you and me both, we like to sit down and kind of chill and play games. Like a game like that gives me too much stress. Like I don't want that. Like I just want to relax, and I don't need jump scares and all that kind of crap in my game.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I get it. No hate. By all means, I love Capcom.
Go out and enjoy it. Yeah.
It's just not my vibe. But that said, I won't say that I won't appreciate the awesomeness that is Resident Evil in this game, and I thought that was interesting that she chases you around and you're just gonna keep it in between the. Also, I guess I don't follow it enough. I didn't realize that Resident Evil 8 had become like an FPS.
Yeah, recently, right? I think 7 went FPS or 6, 7 or 6.
7 went to that first person view.
Eventually, all games will be FPSs.
I guess so. I just seem to remember all Resident Evils were tank controls, right? You're just like walking into walls and and then they did the remakes for
over the shoulder
third person. Yeah. But the tank controls of the original Resident Evil. Where
I think that was literally the last one I played. Right, so the GameCube one maybe is the last one I played. Me, the master of lockpicking. No, we're old. We're old, everybody. We're old, everybody. All right. Speaking of old.
Yeah, we're getting old. It's 1:13. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for another episode of the Mid Geek Crisis. Again, episode 124. Like, subscribe, share. The normal chaos.
Let us know if you'd like to watch one of our streaming games.
Yeah, so
we'll put it on. We'll do it live.
So on Friday we tend to have a D&D game.
Yeah.
Twice,
2 weeks in a row, 1 week off is what we do.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, 1 week off, and Pedro over here is our DM. If anyone's interested in a stream. The way it would work is if I streamed it, I didn't want to burden any of our players by answering questions and whatnot. So the way it would work is I would stream the game. I would be the one that could probably answer questions or whatnot. But as long as it doesn't interfere with my gameplay, I just want to have like a window, like basically people watching us play. And
maybe we'll do a couple minutes beforehand, introduce folks to everything, and then a couple minutes afterhand for post credits.
Yeah, if anyone's interested, let me know. I'm gonna post it up on our Twitter and our on our Facebook and ask the question if anyone's interested in it. And if I get enough, yeah, we want to see it. Yeah, I'd like to see it.
We'll twist our friends' arms. If not, maybe we'll run a second game or a third game somewhere else.
Yeah, so I'm interested.
All right, folks.
All right, it's late for old man Pedro. And
yeah, no, I'm feeling it. Well, I mean, I played my role playing game yesterday. I don't feel like I've caught up on sleep enough in the last 5 days, so it's definitely eating at me. Yeah. Anyway, old man woes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Another episode in the can. Take care, everyone.
Be kind.